to the Singing Boston. We're in Colorado and we're getting ready to winterize our hives. So we thought we would take you along the journey with us. So I'm going to show you the equipment that we use, and then we'll show you how we put it all on. When we go from fall to winter and spring to summer, we have extreme temperature changes. It may literally be 15 or 20 degrees at night and 70 or 80 degrees the next day. So because of that, we had to build a little more flexibility into our setups. So my best guy, Nick, came up with an ingenious solution. So in the summer, you're probably familiar with this. Most of us run screened bottom boards, and you have a piece you can slide in and out. Well, we actually run this all year long, believe it or not. The way we're able to do that is we have a bottom board that can slide in and out over here. But then the secret to our success is the hive stand. You can see it brown there. This is a hive stand that we made, that we put a top on so that we can use it as a table when we're working. But on the hive stands, this piece is missing. And the magic ingredient is this foam board. You can see it has rope handles here that go through the wood for stability, and then has a piece of insulation board in the middle. So what we do in the winter, we put in the removable board, and then this fits up in there snugly, and we put that in there. And that way, when we have those extreme temperature swings, we don't have to worry about our girls and their ventilation. Many places I know the screen board will be replaced with this solid bottom board, but then that would mean literally moving our entire hives on and off these bottom boards to be able to help the girls with their ventilation. Of course, I'm sure many of you are familiar with this. We have the insulation board. So burlap stapled to the sides. We got the burlap for free from a coffee shop. Ventilation holes drilled all the way around. And then just some hamster chips in the bottom. A lot of people around their hives will use this same board that we use for that bottom foam board and put it around their hives. They'll duct tape it or strap it around. Instead, we use bee cozies, and we'll show you how we're going to put these on, because it's a lot easier to slide it on and off when we get those extreme temperature swings. And just a word to the wise that we learned the hard way, the instructions for these say keep them rolled tightly before you put them on, and they aren't kidding. Oh boy, are they a bear to put on if you have air in there already. So keep them stored, tightly rolled. One of the other great things that Nick did, because our hives are in our backyard and we have 3 dogs, you can see they're on a back raised landscaping bed here. But we wanted to make sure that the dogs can't run right up to the hives. Right up here is a really super great squirrel highway. And we live in an area with a lot of mature trees and a lot of squirrels. So the dogs will chase them up here. So Nick built these really easily removable fences. So it's the lattice work, as you can see, turned on its side. And then he built with hooks and eyes where we can take it on and off. So all 3 pieces move off easily. So that way, not only can the dogs not run right up to it, but the girls actually have to fly up and over rather than flying low over the yard. And then finally, we also get huge gusts of wind where there may not be hardly anything. You can see today there's just a light breeze. Tomorrow there could literally be 70-mile-an-hour gusts. So we run tops where it's really easy to put ratchet straps. Go ahead and reach here. And so we'll put those on and off if we're going to have a wild day with the wind. So there you have it in how we build flexibility into our Colorado setup. Now we'll show you how we put all this stuff on. So you can see the sun is out here and it's in the mid-60s. Well, it's about to go down to either 23 or 24 degrees tonight. So we are going to start our winterization. So first Nick is going to take his fancy little, very configurable fence off. And so right now, we're in hive feeding. So this box is going to stay put for now. You can see all the bees getting drinks there. This is a 2-to-1 sugar water. When we're done feeding for the season, we will then put the insulation box in place of that sugar feeder. But for now, we're still feeding sugar water probably for another 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see what the weather does until it gets cold and stays cold. So now we're going to throw their bee cozy on. You can see it's pretty flat right now. That when I talked about earlier that you want to make sure that you don't let it get full of air or it's a real bear to get on. And it just slides over. Now an important note, you don't want to obviously cover the front of your hive. So see that nail there? That keeps the bee cozy from covering the front of the hive. You can see the hole up there. What we do is we put the straps through that hole, and then you could just wrap it all the way around your hive, but we have these eyes there, and so we take through the top, and then each side has eyes, and we hook it to that. So it's a little easier to get on and off since we have to do that this time of year. So at night, we'll put the bottom board in, and we've got that screen board we run all year long that I talked about earlier. And then the foam board will go up underneath. You can see it fits nice and snug. And of course the reducer with the smallest hole will go around front. You can see we have our hives oriented away from our yard. It's a little bit of extra measure of protection for our dogs from them ending up in the grass. And that's it. So again, do what works for your area. This is for us in Colorado with our flexible setup in your local neighborhood beak. $70 yesterday, 9:30 in the morning today. And you can see, winter has arrived. You gotta love bipolar weather. So Nick built these easily removable, sorry, just saw a bird go. Just attaches in the back. No, because I'll kill myself. That'll be on film. So with that in mind, there goes a bee. Exit stage left.